Hello YouTube, this is Drunken Jack here with Cybertron's Elite, or CZE for short. Obviously I'm wearing my Devastator green and purple CZE shirt, got my green construction hat because we're going to be looking at Constructicons, and my hat actually matches my shirt, which matches our Constructicon. Today what we're going to look at is Toy World's TWC05 Shovel, also known to the G1ers as a Scrapper. I want to take a look at him. This is my first Toy World figures. I don't have any other ones. I never was a Toy World fan up until I saw their take on Devastator, who's supposed to be masterpiece size. So we're going to take a look at him. I'm going to get rid of this hard hat. I just wanted to do it because I'm stupid, but I actually use that for work. So we're going to take a look at him. Let's look at the packaging first. On the front here, you can see a real nice piece of artwork of Scrapper on the front. TWC05 Shovel. Going over this side here, TW Toy World. This side here is a nice piece of artwork. And I'm pretty sure it's going to make a picture once the other boxes come about. This side for sure I know will. You can see this is part of Scrapper's leg here. And there's got the centerpiece, third box. So it'll be 6 boxes total that make the giant picture of Devastator standing up. This side looks like Unicron on this side, if I'm not mistaken. This is what it looks like there. Then on the back of the box, we got Toy World, some Chinese or Japanese writing, I'm not sure which one. I'm assuming this says for nobody under 15 years old. This one says, do not let Pac-Man eat your toy, because there's Pac-Man. This one probably talks about recycling or, I don't know, transforming, who knows. This one, the Toy World website, and then made in China. So it's Toy World Japan, but made in China. So, you know, whatever you want to take that out of. All right, let's take a look at him. We're going to open him up and see how cool he is. I think he's actually pretty neat. If I can get it open. Okay, inside, it comes in a little baggie, but I took the baggie out already. You got the instruction booklet here. Nice piece of artwork on the front. Same information that's on the actual box itself. On the back, you got the instructions on how to transform him, and also the rest of the instructions on the inside of the booklet here. Comes with also a nice little sticker of Scrapper in his robot mode. And this here, I'm not sure what this is. I'm going to open it up. And I opened it before. I really don't know what they're for. But, you know, if one of you guys know, maybe leave me a comment in the section, please. They're rubbery mat pieces. I don't really know what they are. This little plastic piece comes off. And it's like a rubber thing. So I don't know if it's maybe something you could take off and put on them to help prevent them from sliding. I don't really know. If you know, please let me know. The instructions don't say what they're for. Unless maybe in a later release we'll see what they're for, but in this time right now I do not know what these are for, so I'm just going to leave them in this little envelope. Alright, on to the figure itself. I should note, I do like this. I don't know what this is here. It's not styrofoam, I can't remember what it's called, but it's real neat. It's kind of like styrofoam in the sense that it's going to keep your figure nice and secure. But it's not going to go squeak, 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 and it's not going to really rip apart. So I do appreciate this that Toy World's doing with their stuff. We look inside here. We got Scrapper in here. Comes with his gun. And it comes with the Combined Form Devastator's chest piece. And then, of course, Scrapper himself. Put the box off to the side here. Alright. Let's look at the gun. Nice gun. I think all of them, and I've looked at them all, have just the red bit in there. All solid black. That probably could use a few more paint apps, but that's nothing that we can't take care of ourselves. Maybe a little bit of silver here and here would go nice with this gun. But all in all, a nice gun for Scrapper. And I'm going to keep calling him Scrapper even though his name is Shovel. This is going to be the Devastator chest piece here. Right now it's collapsed. You can pull these out to the side. Well, there you go. And you got the chest piece for Devastator. On the back, that comes down. And I'm not sure how that's going to stick onto the Devastator when he's combined, but I can only assume it's either going to go like this or like this. These also do go up like this. Again, not sure if there's going to be some reason for that or what. Through here, and you probably can't see it on camera, but there actually is a spot for a sticker. A combined sticker. And actually, let me take it off real quick. I have a screwdriver here. On the back here, you got 1, 2, 3 screws. And we'll just take these off real quick. if I have the right darn screw. And I know I do, or bit I should say. Let's take this off real quick. Now we take this off, just be careful because these two pieces do fall off if you're not careful. Just like that, just like I said, they come off. But right inside here, and if you can zoom in here, I don't know how well you can see it on camera, but there's just two little spots right on the top, one on the top and one on the bottom. You push those out with either a screwdriver or what have you. Actually, I take that back, it's just one. I don't know why I thought that was two. Whatever. Push that one here on the top out, and you can get, use this one better. Oh, yeah, there's two. My bad. The other one's actually down here on the bottom, so let's push that one out. So one here. I knew there was two of them. And you actually have this open up right here on the front where you can put that Decepticon logo. I don't know how well it's going to see through this translucent purple plastic since it's darker, but you can actually put a Decepticon logo on there. So if you want to leave this off, you can, or put it back on. Your preference. I'll probably just leave mine on. Or you can just put the logo right here on the actual window itself. The cool thing about these, let me put this back together. Come on. I swear I would start doing this when I get on camera because I was having no problems earlier today. And for me, I don't like to cut and come back, so I'm just going to try and do this all on camera. The one thing about me too is I never really transform my figures. I just like to take them if they're in alt mode, I'll put them in bot mode, and that's the way they go on my shelf. And I really don't transform them at all, but I'm going to go ahead and do this with these ones, obviously, to show you guys how they are. But if you can notice here, these are down the way they're supposed to be for that, but you can also move them as well. Make them into little cannons or little guns that'll shoot out. So that's really neat. I like that. To bring in the Combiner Wars Devastators chess piece, you can kind of see the way they look compared to each other, since this figure is going to be almost the same size. I believe the Torwald one is going to be just a little bit taller than him, probably a couple inches taller. And I think this one could have used maybe a little bit more paint apps over here. This could have been silver, and maybe a few more touch-ups. But again, nothing that we can't take care of ourselves. The thing that I really wish they would have done on the Torwald one is it looks too thin right here. I wish they would have just made this come down just a little bit more to make it a little bit more thicker, wider. Because we've seen pictures of the actual combined form of the Devastator that they have. The chest piece looks a little bit too thin, and I think with this coming down, the kind of the way this one is here, a little bit thicker, would have covered up those spots better on their Devastator. So, you know, I mean, it's something we can probably end up living with, but I think that, you know, it would have been better if they would have done that. Getting the Scrapper himself, he is a big front-end loader. Really, really nice. I do dig this front-end loader. He's got rubber tires, nice big rubber tires. No die cast in him, but he is a pretty hefty-looking little bot, and feels pretty good in the hand. He rolls really well as well. You can see I have no problems rolling him on my table here. The tires, again, really nice. They all roll really well. Well, some of them kind of stick a little bit, but they do roll really well on hand. He's got this front shovel here that goes up, and it's real tight, which is what I like. Goes up and down. This piece here, the actual shovel piece, if you will, itself, moves up and down at this hinge there. And I think that's it. This hinge actually here does not move. This is actually just one piece that goes. I mean, it does move down, but it doesn't go any higher than this here. Obviously, this canopy here folds down or comes back up like that. And that's pretty much it for robot mode, or I'm sorry, for vehicle mode. I'm going to bring in, let me stick this on here. This actually goes on here. These two tabs right here go into these two slots right here, and that just plugs in just the way it would on any of these Scrapper toys. And it sits just like that. So pretty cool. Again, you can put this up like that if you wanted to. I'm going to bring in the Hasbro Combiner Wars Scrapper that I have, and he's right over here. Now, I'm sure when we all first saw this guy, we thought, man, he's actually a pretty good sized bot. But look at him compared to this guy. Let me take this off here. No comparison at all. I mean, just look how massive this guy is compared to him. I'll stand him up, and I'll stand him up right here. I mean, it's ridiculous. This makes this look, I don't know, like a classics toy. I know when we first saw all these, we thought they were a good size, but this one here beats it by far. Obviously, you're paying a lot more for this one here, but still, nice figure altogether. So you can see, again, just the size difference of the two, which is why they're going to be a bigger bot, since these two are the feet themselves, or the legs, I should say. So just kind of show, again, the size comparisons of them. Let's see, what else I got here? I got a Masterpiece car. Here's G2 Sideswipe. Again, size comparison works well. I mean, I think well, maybe a little bit too big. I don't know if a Lamborghini is really that size compared to an actual front-end loader. But height-wise, it's, again, let me take this off here. Again, maybe that's not really in the scale. I feel like the front-end loaders are a lot taller. Where I work at, like I said, we deal with front-end loaders, so I think this is not the right size compared to a car, but really nice either way. Looking at them lengthwise here, you can see the way they look. MP Prime, MP10. Bring him in. And again, scale-wise, that's not, I don't think that's correct. We have an actual truck, just like Prime, where I work, and it's actually the white one, it's like Ultra Magnus. But again, scale-wise, I think that, you know, he's supposed to be bigger than a tractor trailer is, the front end of it anyways. If we look at that, you can see again just how they look compared to each other. Side to side, Prime is almost as tall as him, you know, if we count out the shovel. Let me put them here side by side, or up and down. So, you know, if you don't have this in the way, Prime's about the same height as him, or a little bit bigger. So, let's see what else I have here. I think that's it as far as vehicle forms. I didn't bring all my other stuff out. Oh, I brought out one more deal. And that is, this is the G-Creation Grimlock. That's going to be for their combiner, Shuriken. And you can see, again, out of scale, because I know Grimlock was big compared to them, but I don't think he was that big compared to them. And this is supposed to be Masterpiece size. This is more classic size here. But, again, just kind of show the scale-wise. Considering they're going to be a combiner, and so are these guys, it's going to be awesome. So, can't wait till these guys finish coming out, as well as these guys here. So, all right, let's get down to transformation for this guy here. First thing you want to do is just push this down right here. The bucket, just pull it up. And what you want to do is there's two tabs right here that are going to fit into these two slots right here. So you want to just collapse that down, and you can see it right inside there. It's going to just kind of snap in. And they go lock into right there. And we should put this out of the way for right now. Come to the front here and pull this down. His head is right inside there. Just take that head, flip that out, lock it into the back here. It's going to tab in. This tab sits right inside that little slot right there. And just close this chest piece up like that. Next thing we want to do is we want to take the arms. Now the arms, they're kind of double tabbed in. One tab is up here on the top, and the other tab is right down here on the side. So what you want to do is you want to just untap from the side here, and also untap from the top there. And again, you have a slot here, right there, and a tab on the back there. That tab goes into this slot right here. This slot right here fits into the tab that is right there. Alright, so again, same thing on the other side. We're just going to open it up, pull that up like that. Alright, now again, working on the arms. What you want to do is right here on the side, you want to just slide the whole arm straight up. Actually, I said that wrong. You want to accordion them out first. So you got them in like this. You want to take that and just kind of accordion it out like this. I don't know how well the camera's picking that up, but it's an accordion type. It sits in and then it pops right out. From there, after you do that, you want to slide this whole mechanism. The whole arm is going to slide straight up, just like that. So it's down, slide it straight up like that. All right. And let's get this arm open out of the way here. Actually, leave it like that. We'll just do this number here. And right here on the side, you're going to see this little black circular tab here. What you want to do is take that and slide that forward. And that's going to just kind of lock into place. It's going to do two things. One, it's going to fill in this open gap that's right here. The second thing it's going to do is going to keep this arm from sliding back down. So pretty nice bit of engineering they did there to keep that from going down. All right. I'll do the same thing on the other side here. So accordion out, slide up, get this arm up out of the way, slide that over, locks into place. Now we're set. Okay. On the hands themselves, we've seen this a lot with them. Just open up this bit of the forearm here and slide the hand out. Now the one thing I didn't like about this is they don't really give you much to go by as far as getting this hand out. You're supposed to just flip it out, but I always find it difficult. So I just take my little screwdriver piece here and I kind of push in on it, hopefully without messing up the plastic. And I find that one of them is harder than the other one. And it's this side here is actually harder than the other one there. So there we go. Just push that in to get that out. And you can just close this back down, spin his hand around, and do the same thing on the other side. This one's actually easier. That just comes right out. So close that up, open up his fingers, and get his arms out of the way. Alright, so we're almost done with him transforming anyways. The bucket, you take the bucket and just kind of sit it right there and you're done. Alright, down here at the bottom, let's see, what do we want to do first? Let's take these pieces down here, and we're going to open them up right here at the bottom. So you get this one here, just pull that down just like that. And what you want to do is you can take this piece here, and there's a little slot right here. It's going to fit into this tab right there. Just take that, fold it up, and plug it right in. Just take that, fold it up, plug it right in. Okay. At this point, you want to just split this. Split the legs wide open. Let's get his arms out of the way. Split his arms, I say his arms, his legs. I've had one too many tonight, I think. I don't remember because I think I've had one too many. The legs themselves, you're going to take this panel right here. You're going to pop it open. You can just kind of stick your finger underneath here. Pop that open right there. The top one as well. And same thing on the other side. Take that, pop them open, and pick these deals up. So now what you want to do is take this whole leg assembly, you can pick it up, and just swing it open. It helps if you get this out of the way. There you go, just put that down like that. Swing this whole leg wide open like this. Again, same thing over here. Swing this whole leg, just swing it open. And it helps if you pull the legs open like this. And that's squeaky. Just pull that whole assembly. Come on, get this, make sure that's out of the way. Swing that up just like so. Alright. Next thing you want to do is you want to take this piece here. Actually, let's do this. You take this piece here, that's accordioned up, and you're going to flip that down, flip that open. This piece here, you want to take this, just kind of push that in there, and this piece, just push that right down. Kind of fills in the open gap down here. And this tab is going to plug right into that slot right there. So there goes that. Close this back up. And same thing on the other side. And you can do whatever you want. You can take this down first. Close that up there. Close that up and then push that tab down. That's fine. Then close up this one here. And then you can accordion this out if you want to. Fold it down, flip it over, and again, slot tab goes right into place. And then last thing you do is you take the toes here, flip them up, flip it up, and just kind of get them all into his little stance, however you want to do them. And there goes Scrapper. Up on the arms here, they can either, you know, if you wanted to, you can accordion them back in, but that was kind of silly, so just leave it open like that. And there you have Scrapper in his robot mode. I'm going to bring in Combiner Wars Scrapper real quick. There we go. Just again for size comparison. I'm going to pull him off to the side. He's real easy. Once you deal with this guy is super easy to deal with. So let me get him real quick. Just to kind of show some size comparisons. I say it's real easy and then I mess up. There we go. Alright, so robot mode, Scrapper, and I don't have the bucket right, but whatever. Just kind of show you here. Again, size comparison. Just look at the difference of the two. I mean, holy cow. You can see the big difference here. He's at least a couple inches taller than he is. Real simple. Obviously, you saw how quick it was for me to transform him. He takes a little bit more. But real nice. I mean, I really like the way he looks in terms of the size difference of the two. And we'll go over articulation and everything for him. I just want to show off some different bots to kind of show his size difference. So there he is again next to Combiner War Scrapper. Alright, we'll get him out of the way. And we're going to pull in Classics Optimus Prime, just to kind of show you that they don't really fit with the Classic scale. Obviously a lot bigger than Classics Prime is. And let's see. I'm going to pull in, or we did Prime. Let's pull in Masterpiece Sideswipe. Again, this is show some comparisons to another Masterpiece figure. And you can see he's bigger than Sideswipe is, which, again, he should be. I mean, he's a front-end loader, so good size comparison to him as well. Let's see, who else I have over here? I've got, this is the KO MP10 Ultra Magnus, if you will. Just to kind of show what he would look next to the MP10 mold. It's pretty tall. I mean, he's almost the size of the MP10 mold. And this is the exact scale, for you guys that don't have this one or haven't seen it. This is the exact MP10 scale here, just redone in an Ultra Magnus, you know, white color for G1 fans of the toy. So you can see he's actually really tall. He's a pretty big bot, which is why this combiner is going to be such a big combiner. Really, really big. Really bulky, really massive too. I like the way the bot mode looks. And let's just bring back Grimlock in here just because. Combiner Wars Grimlock. Or I'm sorry, G Creations Grimlock Combiner Wars. Yeah, right, like Hasbro would make something this nice. So really big. Again, you can see just how big he is compared to the Grimlock. And the Grimlock, remember when we saw him in bot mode, he was massive over this guy. So it's, or in vehicle mode, it was massive over him. So real nice scale. I think he came out really good, you know, as far as scale-wise. So let's pull him off to the side. And let's take a look at his articulation. So, head can look up, Can look a little bit down, not a whole lot of room there to look down. Does turn side to side. You can look side to side there. He's got light piping for his eyes. If you put a light there, you'll be able to get some good light piping into there. His arms do swivel at the shoulder, mainly for transformation, but they do go in and out like that. You can get a full turn on this if you twist his arms out. You can get a full turn on the shoulders there. And a little bit of squeakiness going on, but that's the way it is. The arms as well, they are on a bicep swivel at the top there. Nice ratchet there to give you a 90-degree bend there. So nice ratchet at the elbow there. Hand themselves is on a swivel. They do swivel back and forth. The fingers, they are articulated individually. Each finger is articulated one from the other. So you can get them all individually articulated. The only problem, and I don't know if it's much of a problem because we've had a lot of problems when each finger has individual joint articulation, is he really only gets it right at the base of the finger there. Nothing else up here will move. So he's kind of stuck in this form. Which, is that a bad thing? Maybe not. Let's get his gun here. Now, the one thing I liked about this Toy World one is they're actually putting the slot on the gun instead of in the hand like a lot of Masterpiece figures are. So actually the tab is in the hand and the slot is on the gun, because it is very hard to get that, most of the times with some of them, to get that tab on the gun to fit the slot in the hand. Whereas this one actually is real easy. Just kind of sit this in there. And it fits right inside there. Not only have to cover his fingers around it, he holds that really well. But you can take his fingers, wrap them around the gun, and he's got his gun. So really nice. I do like that a lot. Going down to the waist, he does have a waist swivel. You can actually get all the way around. If you wanted to spin it all the way around, you could. Because I'm OCD, I got to spin back the right way. It does bend at the waist, obviously. For the legs, you have an out motion right here. You got a forward and back motion. You got these hip skirts here that come up. You can go up about 90 degrees, just about. If you look at that, just about 90 degrees. And you can go back, again, about 90 degrees, depending on this. Now the transformation, if his transformation shows this sitting back there, give him kind of a butt flap, not as bad as Ultra Magnus, Masterpiece Ultra Magnus. If you leave it like this, he doesn't really get that much of a backwards kick because that's in the way. So you can just pick it up out of the way, that way you get that full kick back there. Alright. Knee bends. Now, right there, you have to pick it up at the thigh, but that's what he gets as far as the knee bend. Just because of this back piece right here. Because of that, you get that much of a bend. Okay? But what you can do, let me see. Now, I'm thinking about, never mind. Where am I? Let me see here. Yeah, see? Yeah, see? Just gotta mess with it some more, see? Yeah. It actually bends right at this top joint right here on the back of the leg. So you can bend it. Let me open this up here. You can bend it at this one, which gives it more of a different, or more of a 90-degree pose to it. Come on. There you go. There you are. Just takes some doing, but you can actually get 90 degrees out of it because you got two bends in the back. You got the top one and the bottom one that'll bend it out. The foot itself, you can actually, it sits like this. The toe obviously goes in, and now you get a bit of a toe tilt, but again, that's just for transformation mainly. The foot itself can actually extend if you want it to. You can pull it out, although I don't know why you would want to. You want to make it a little bit taller, but then you got this gap in there, and it's really unstable. But you can get some, I guess, some poses like that if you're one of those that likes to give their their bots that wide stance like that. So there goes that itself. Let's see, what else did I not cover as far as articulation goes. I think I covered everything. So put this back down. But there he is in bot mode. I've seen a lot of reviews on the first and second release, which I believe was Unearthed, and I have them right over here off the side. Bulldozer and Unearthed. I heard all the bad reviews about them. I haven't really messed with them myself. I'm going to, because we're going to do a review on them. But I wanted to pull these two guys out first because I heard so many negative things about them that I wanted to see if these actually got better as they went along. And I didn't have any problems with this figure at all. When I first transformed it, and like I said, I'm not one to transform my figures a lot, or actually at all. So for me to be able to transform him without any issues and having any kind of problems with them, I was pretty happy with him. I didn't have any stress marks that I saw on my figure. I didn't have any problems where I felt like, oh, it's going to break. I didn't have any issues like that at all. So maybe they got better with these two compared to the first two. I yet to know, like I said, because I haven't looked at the first two yet as far as play with them and transform them, but I will. And but I'm happy with this figure. I think he's a good representation of Scrapper. He's going to be massive. And I'm going to get him into the leg mode, which is one thing I was going to do first. And again, a little bit too much of this stuff right over here. Maybe forget about that. But I'm going to get into limb mode so we can see what it looks like in limb mode. And the limb mode is real easy to do. So, but if we look at this again, it's just real nice. I like the head sculpt. I think they did a good job on the head sculpt there. I think it looks good. I just like it. Like I said, I've never owned any Toy World figures. A buddy of mine has some, and he would collect them. I really wasn't a fan of Toy World, but I do like this one. And I think he's going to look real nice once they're finally complete. Minus the chest piece, I think the chest is going to look a little bit kind of scrawny on Devastator. But these individual bots, from what I've seen so far, I do like, and I like it a lot. So I'm going to come right back. We're going to just pause for a quick second, and I'm going to put him into limb mode. And then, well, actually, I want to put him into truck mode, and then on camera do him in the limb mode so you guys see how that's done. So I'm just going to hit the pause on the video real quick. All right, and we're back into the vehicle form. The one thing I did forget to cover in the vehicle form, on the instruction that says that the gun can store here in vehicle mode, and it's supposed to store right into this slot right here, into this circle here. So that's essentially supposed to plug into there. But no matter how much I try, and I've tried to plug it in, I've even tried to force it, but I just was like, I'm not even going to deal with it. But in the instructions, it shows that it's supposed to sit inside there. It's supposed to store like that, but mine doesn't. I don't know if that's the way they all are, but it just seems like this is just a little bit too big for that hole there. And that's what she said. But it doesn't plug into any of these either. It doesn't plug into that one or anywhere on these side ones either. So it's supposed to store again right there, but again, it just doesn't fit for me. So, it's the problem. So, all right, to get them into leg mode. Again, you want to take this, and I made a mistake on the first one. I said to plug these into here, but that is actually for leg mode. So you want to do that. Plug this into here again. That way that plugs into there. The back, you're going to take the arms off. And you're going to spin them around like so. Spin it around like so. And if you can see here, there's a slot there that this tab right there is going to plug into. That way they can keep that stable. So just take that and plug that in. Same thing on the other side, plug that in. Okay. The wheel itself, these here, it says in the instructions to slide them, let's see, forward or, let me see, can't remember if it was forward or backwards. Let's check. Oh, well first, let's pull these down here. That slides, that comes down there, that slides, and this comes down here. In bot mode, you need to stay like this, or I'm sorry, in truck mode, you stay like this because these hands plug into there. But for leg mode, this closes here and there to kind of fill in this for the leg. And then the actual tires themselves will just kind of swing down. Just kind of get them tucked in more. You can see where it's kind of on the side. You can see the difference. This one's lowered up and kind of tucked in and really doesn't spin, whereas this one spins freely. So, again, I guess up to you. but the instructions show that you're supposed to just pull that and tuck that down like that and get it out of the way. All right. And then the bucket, just fix that bucket. Come on. And he was always real easy to put into bot mode, Scrapper was, or I'm sorry, into limb mode, just because he really didn't take that much at all to do. It goes all the way up and down, and there he goes. So there he is in leg mode. Again, I know we've seen it on the G1 toy, we've seen it many times over, but just to kind of give you a size comparison, let me get the Combiner Wars one, do him real quick. I probably should have done this off camera, but that's alright, he doesn't take that long to do. Alright, well, so G1 Scrapper, or I keep saying G1, it's not G1, it's Combiner Wars Scrapper. Come on. There it goes. Leg mode. Now, obviously, these pieces come up and they connect to the thigh of Devastator. So those will come up like so. But if we're just looking at just the actual bots themselves, again, you can see the size difference of the two. A lot bigger, which is why you're going to see that this guy at the end is going to be a lot taller than he is there. Looking at other limbs, I have G Creations Shuriken modes for their leg modes, and I have these guys in their limb modes already because that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to put this one in dinosaur mode or in combine mode, and that's it. But if we're looking at next to G Creations dinosaurs, you can see that again, pretty similar in height. I know this one looks a lot taller, but it's mainly because of the front piece here. But the combiner ports themselves are right here. So, again, he's going to be taller than this one here, even though they look like they're going to be about the same size. But just we've seen pictures to where he's taller than Combiner Wars Devastator, and he's going to be about the same size as Combiner Wars Devastator himself. So, again, just kind of look at it. Obviously, this foot looks massive compared to this one here. We put that flush there, you can see that this foot is a lot bigger, so he's got a huge dinosaur foot here. But again, he's going to be overall a lot taller and a lot bigger, which would be kind of cool because I've always wanted to see these two combine and fight each other. So now we're going to get that opportunity if you do have the G Creations Shuriken, and then of course the Toy World Devastator. So, do I recommend it? Yes, I do. I think it's a good bot. I really think it is. All modes are fun with this one here. I think they did a really good job. Like I said, when I get into the other ones, maybe there's going to be some things that I'm going to bitch and moan about. But I think as far as Scrapper goes, I think he's really, really well made. He's got a lot of nice paint apps all over the place that I forgot to point out. But I don't know, just really nice overall. I do like him, and I do like his modes. So, all right, that's it. We'll see you back here after a little while. We're going to do the rest of the Constructicons for Toy World. And again, this is Drunken Jack with Cybertrons Elite.